All right, everybody, Cutco Mike here. We're going to teach you about the Cutco partnership product, the American Elite 5-ply non-stick, and I'm going to explain the differences between the 5-ply all stainless so you can have the best understanding of how to use your cookware and how to benefit from having both or one or the other. So, good morning. I'm back, and we're going to open up the 5-ply non-stick. So, a few things I want you guys to know. If I sell it or Cutco represents it or sells it, you got to understand, we put our name out there, our brand out there, 73 years of reputation. For me, 17 going on 18 years of reputation. We're not going to sell something that's not the best. We're not going to sell something that doesn't work to the highest standard. And what I love to do is educate you and teach you so you have the best value, the best content, the best understanding so you can make the best decision for yourself. So, Cutco has been selling what we call 5-ply cookware for almost as long as Cutco. So the crazy thing about this cookware is many of you have a grandma, an aunt, somebody in your family who has something like this. They call it stainless 5-ply cookware, and Cutco also sells it too. But they used to be sold as in-home parties and demonstrations, or people get married or a hope chest, and they would cook you a big meal and sell you a $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 set of pots and pans, which ours does fall in that same range. But going back 20, 30, 40, 50 years, even back in the day, the cookware was $2, $3, $4 grand. And some of you come up to me at fairs or shows and you say, I've had that cookware for 50 years. And the crazy thing is, it used to be sold in-home. Now they do more hotel parties or demonstrator parties, or I sell it through what we call is just face-to-face, or I'll message you and do Facebook. But whatever way you have this cookware, I want you to know this is still, in my opinion, the best investment you'll ever have, because this is built like a tank. It'll never wear out. It'll never bend. It'll never warp. If it's branded Cutco, it's guaranteed forever. So keep that in mind. So what does 5-ply mean? 5-ply means 5 gauges of metal, steel, or a heat conductor. So you have stainless, top of the line, stainless, top of the line. If you want to get technical, I'm pretty confident it's T304 grade, which is pretty much the best you can get for American-made stainless steel. But stainless by itself, as many of you have experienced, will burn, it'll stick, it'll get hot spots. So some people come up to me and go, well, stainless not great. I've tried it before and it burns, it sticks, I don't like it. But you probably had just one layer of stainless, where the Cutco is 5 layers. So you have stainless, aluminum, 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 which conducts the heat perfectly through the whole pan. And how do you get that to work? You got to preheat the pan for about 60 to 90 seconds and get it warmed up. Just like warming up the shower. It doesn't turn hot right away. You got to warm it up and get it going. Just like booting up a computer, right? You got to start it up. Same thing with the cookware. You got to get it warmed up and start it up. So if you're going to cook on the stainless, which many of you have or you've bought or invested into, there is nothing wrong with the stainless for doing eggs and pancakes. The only thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to always use a little bit of butter, right? So what I like to do is I'll cut a slice or two, and then I'll throw the butter on there and let that warm up, and it'll give you your base, right? Or if some of you are like, Mike, I'm not going to eat as much butter as you eat, you're going to want to spray like some Pam or olive oil or avocado oil. So once this is heated up, after a minute or two, you'll spray it and then get it to have a base, right? So if you just threw an egg on here with no sprayer, I will tell you, it'll probably stick and burn, and you'll probably go, it doesn't work, but I'm going to teach you how to make it work, right? But we're going to focus on the non-stick here. But the best thing about the stainless is you have the longevity. You can use metal on metal. It's built like a tank. One of my favorite tools is the turn and serve, which this will never wear out. You'll never ruin this pan. This will never warp, bend, or break. And if it does, it's guaranteed forever, so you can't beat that. The handle's a stay cool handle, so there's a little bit of a cut in there. It's spot welded. I've seen a few of these come off if you drop it at the right angle, or I flew to Germany to Ramstein and TSA broke one of my griddles. Great news, it's guaranteed forever. So if you have both, or you're considering cookware, what I like to say is the stainless is going to be best for searing, doing more meat, sauteing, warming up stuff, ground beef, steak, chicken. You can do eggs, you can do pancakes. It's just more of a learning curve. I would say 2 to 3 uses of proper practice. So putting it on medium heat, warming it up for 60 to 90 seconds, And then I like butter because you get more of a base. But if you do spray, you're going to want to do probably 2 or 3 sprays. And then if you're going to do multiple eggs or multiple pancakes, you're going to have to re-add the butter and the spray. So let's focus on the nonstick here. But that's a quick overview. I still use this. We still have all 3 fry pans. But like I said, it's going to be best for doing more searing, doing sauteing. And then if you do still want to use it on eggs, it's just going to take a little bit more practice with the butter, the spray, and you could use the metal. One other feature about the nonstick, and we call this nonstick too, but it's not all nonstick because you're going to need the butter, you're going to need the spray. And even nonstick, you're still going to need a little bit of grease or seasoning, or you're going to need a little bit of what I call is God's creation of bacon fat or something to give you that little bit of base to give you that true nonstick. So what I like about these is you can use SOS pads or the Norwex pot scrubbers. These did come back for a couple weeks with the purple, but they're out of stock again or they're not sold again. So you can pick these up, knockoff versions. Just anything that's metal, your pan will not ruin. Some people go, well, there's scratches. Well, remember, you bought this pan to use. So you want to use this pan and you want to make sure you get your money's worth out of it. And if you're still struggling, message me and we'll jump on a Zoom call. But that's what I love about the stainless, is you can use metal scrubbers and you can use metal tools, right? And if this happens with your tool, you get a little burn mark on there. I haven't replaced mine. It's funny. It's like the carpenter who never fixes their wife's kitchen. So if I just sent this in with the burn mark there on the handle because I left it on the side, Cutco would replace it. All right, so let's unbox this and kind of explain the differences of both. So 2 years ago, Cutco did market research, and what they found is 60 to 70% of people still use a non-stick pan. So what Cutco did is they went to the people who make our 5-ply, and they said, make us the best non-stick pan that meets these qualifications. You take out as much, if not all, the chemicals. You make it durable. You put a guarantee on it, and it works, it lasts, and it's quality. So you got to keep that in mind. We're not going to represent something that's not the best. So some people go, Mike, why are you selling nonstick? You've sold me on the stainless for years. Well, here's the deal. That's all I was able to sell for years. But then when this came out, I bought one for Rachel. And on eggs and pancakes and certain things, it's just a lot quicker and easier. And we're Americans. We like fast, we like quick, we like easy, we like now. So let's open this up and kind of explain the difference. You always have to have your Cutco pocket knife, right? That's an essential tool to open up boxes. And there's nothing more fun than opening up new Cutco, in my opinion. All right, so what's cool about this product here? Huh? Hucky? So what's cool about this product is you're gonna get a quick little user's guide here. And some people always message me and they read every detail, which is great. So what's it said? It says wash in warm soapy water with a cup of vinegar and vegetable oil. So that's gonna take some of those factory kind of chemicals or cleaning sprays off. During use, do not use non-stick cooking spray. So it says you're not needed or supposed to use those. Do not cut directly on your pan. So some people do that. So you're going to get cut marks and scratches. Hold on a second. More? It says don't use metal tools, which I think you guys understand that. So what's cool is when you buy one of these from me, these are the 5-ply versions. So I have had a few people go, Mike, I Googled this America Elite, and they have it cheaper at Bed Bath & Beyond. And at first I was caught off guard. I'm like, why would Cutco sell something that was truly cheaper somewhere else? But then I did some research, and I had the help of a few customers, that the stuff you can find at Bed Bath & Beyond is still American Elite. So what America Elite means is it's made at Regal Ware in West Bend, Wisconsin, but they only make a 3-ply at the competitors. So they offer a 3-ply at Bed Bath & Beyond, and I think you could Google search it. But I will tell you, it's better to have the 5-ply. It's better to buy it from me because I'm going to stand behind it with warranty claims. And this little tool right here is amazing. This is called the 1520. We don't unfortunately sell this as a SKU because it comes free with the actual nonstick. And I love this little piece right here. People grab this and they go, that's the best feeling spatula. And many of you already have this and you know how amazing it is. It's got a slight little kind of bevel there so you can get underneath those eggs and omelets or French toast or pancakes. And this is actually guaranteed through Cutco. I had a customer break one. I sent it in and they replaced it. So it's not, I don't know if it's going to be forever, but in the generation that we're selling these, they're replacing these if you snap it or break it. So what makes this special? Okay, so what they did is they said, take out all those bad chemicals that you find in the Teflon, Kaflon, Tefal, and make it BFOA free. And I'm not a scientist, and I'm not Bill Nye, but I'm Cutco Mike. So what I know is that BFOA free is the ingredient that causes a lot of those bad things you find on the internet about the nonstick. Duke's ready for some eggs. So what I know about this is no coated pan is truly 100% safe or chemical free. But when Cutco represents itself with something, one thing I will say is it is going to be the best of the best, the safest, the healthiest, the cleanest pan you'll ever find, and the best quality. So this has a double thick coating. So what you'll find, okay, all right, don't smash it. What you'll find on these is double thick coated means some of the ones you find at Walmart or the secondary retail outlets, they're just a real thick, cheap coating from overseas that's going to peel, it's going to flake, it's going to wear out. So this right here is double thick, so it's not going to peel or wear out anywhere near the amount of pans you've been through. It's got rivets here, so that's one difference between the stainless is on this. Why did you crack it, bud? Now go on the couch. Throw it in the sink, please. Anybody who wants to watch Duke this weekend, we're paying you in nonstick fry pans. So this doesn't actually have the rivets that's spot welded. So that's the difference there. So this has actually got the rivets. And some people go, does food build up in there? I've wiped it clean with eggs. It's not going to have enough space in there that actually will allow the food to build up in. This also has a stay cool handle here. So it's not going to get hot on normal cooking things. So the difference between this is this doesn't say Cutco because of the coating, we can't truly, hold on a second. Hey, Rachel. Hey, Duke, why don't you go upstairs and tell Mommy Daddy's got to leave soon, okay? Yeah, so we are looking for babysitters, people that have actually been CPR certified that can actually teach these kids how to clean, how to cook, and we're going to pay you in Cutco, okay? All right, so here's the main difference. This is 5-ply, this is 5-ply. But this is going to be more for searing or using a little bit more butter and oil and a little bit of grease to get the best experience with eggs and meats. Nothing wrong with this. It just takes a little bit of what I would say is Cutco Mike tips and practice. This is the coated pan here. And honestly, doing an egg on here, you could do it without spray, without butter, without oil. And what Cutco did is they put what we call a lifetime guarantee on this. So that means lifetime guarantee against the handle, against the rivets, against warping, and if this ever bubbled or flaked or something that was like out of the blue. The only thing they don't guarantee this against is those cut marks and scratches. So do not use a fork or a knife on here. That's why they give you this. But I've never had anybody except one person, yeah, go sit down and eat, please. One person actually take the warranty claim on this, and Cutco did stand behind it. So that's another reason why you always buy through me is if something, God forbid, happened, we're going to get you a new pan, whether it means I buy it for you or Cutco replaces it. But the pans here, in my opinion, it's really important to have both. So I'm going to try to cook something for you here real quick. I'm going to wash it real fast. It does say to use vinegar and all that, but for the sake of time, I'm not going to do any of that because you guys want to see how this thing works. So come on over here, and I'm going to try to do this with live TV, which is always fun in this house. All right, let's see if... All right, could you guys see that okay? All right, cool. All right, so I didn't truly clean it like what they recommended, but you can. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to drop just a little bit of olive oil on here and give it a little bit of Cutco Mike seasoning. I would, if you have one of these brand new or you're getting one, I would throw some bacon on there and do some true God's created bacon grease and make it happen. So let's see here. Can you guys see this? So I'm gonna actually try to do something where I'm gonna do 2 eggs and side by side. Are you guys able to see here? It might be a little hard. Let me see. Can you guys able to? Okay, you can kind of see it. I'm running out of space here. So I'm gonna show you how to do a stainless egg, and I'm gonna show you how to do a non-stick egg. And if you hear kids screaming in the background, just understand that we're always raw, real, and authentic here. So why I'm gonna get these going, I'm gonna put these on medium heat on the biggest burner that matches up to its size. And that's important because what we talked about earlier is getting your water heated when you take a shower. You gotta warm it up. Just like this cookware, you gotta warm it up. It's called 5-ply cookware. Let me see if I can prop this up. There you go. 5-ply cookware, and there's 5 layers of metal. So the 3 layers in the middle are aluminum. So this has the 3 layers, this has the 3 layers, okay? And you want to get that warmed up because when you cook in a minute or 2, you want the pan to be hot enough to cook the egg or cook the bacon or cook whatever. So there's 2 ways to do the stainless. You can use butter or you can use your spray. Awesome, eat it, bud. So those are your 2 weapons of choice on this. On this one here, we're gonna show you that you don't need the butter or spray. It does season it. It does say season it. So I am gonna throw just a little bit of bacon on there just to get the true seasoning that I want. Get that little bit of bacon fat and grease. And the goal this year, guys, is just to keep adding value and teaching you guys. And once again, my pan's probably not hot enough. I would like for that bacon to sizzle and go right to cooking. But in America, we like it now. We like it fast. We like it quick. But we're going to throw a little piece of bacon on there to give it a little true seasoning. All right, so this one's warming up on medium. This one's warming up on medium. And once again, if you're just joining me, both pans are great. We have it all. We believe in all of it. This is going to be a little bit more of a learn the tips, and you have the ability to use the metal on metal, right? This one here, you can use metal, but don't try to send it to me in a year or 2 when there's marks on there, because Cutco won't replace it with the marks. You always want to use plastic. You do get one of these for free with the non-stick. So we're going to just get a little bacon grease on there because we want that true, what we call is God's created seasoning. And then this one should be warmed up here. So there's 2 ways you could do the non-stick egg. Once again, if you're just joining me, medium heat to get it going. And you could spray it like that a couple times and that gives you enough base. Or you could take a little bit of a sliver of bacon there and throw that on there, okay? So this one's cooking up the bacon there, and we should be cooking and rocking and rolling here in a minute. And if you have both of these, I will say 9 out of 10 people say non-stick's the greatest thing ever because in America we like quick now, easy, fast, and efficient. But sometimes I always say long-term value. So what's the long-term value? This is forever, guaranteed forever. This has the ability to use the metal. And you could also use these little scrubbers on this, right? This is the only type of cleaning thing you should use on the non-stick. All right, so we got our bacon going. So once again, always try to use plastic on this for the long-term play. And then with this, we got this thing preheated pretty good. So if you want, you could throw another, just to kind of show you, a good way to test your pan is to make sure that butter or that spray melts nice and evenly. And if you're going, Mike, that's way too much butter. Well, remember this. There's a difference between unsalted, God's created butter versus margarine with all those additives and chemicals. So I like unsalted butter. So that basically gives me that base. So if you're going I call them both non-stick, but non-stick with butter, all stainless, or the new one there, we're going to have that little bacon seasoning there. Give that true seasoning that it says to do. All right, so this one here is already good to go. So I'm just going to show you. And I probably could use just a little bit less butter if I really wanted to. And we're on medium heat. And we're going to just crack that on there. And I don't know if you guys are able to see. I got a lot of comments. I think by the sliver of bacon holding. Oh, sliver. All right. So let's take this bacon off because we got enough true seasoning. And I'm also going to show you this. I am going to wipe this bacon off, this bacon grease off, because I want you to show you that it is truly a non-stick pan. That's just that initial seasoning that I like to give it. To kind of built in some of that bacon grease. So I'm going to turn it down to more of a 4 to 6. So once I preheat it, it is preheated on medium. Try my best to show you there. All right, so with this one here, this is warmed up nice. So you guys able to see? We'll throw this egg on there. So just a kind of side-by-side comparison. With the stainless, you're going to need a little bit of that spray or that grease or that butter because that's going to be what gives you that true nonstick. With the what we call is the 5-ply coated, I just had the initial seasoning of the bacon, and you're seeing that both are cooking nice. This one's going to give you a little bit more of that flavor there because we want a little bit of that butter, and then I dialed it back to between 4 and 6 there. And then I dialed it back to between 4 and 6. So I preheated it on 6, medium, but now I'm dialing it back a little bit. All right, so while this is cooking, just to kind of show you, people go, could you get this to be a non-stick? Yeah, you can. You just need that butter or oil, right? You guys with me there? So that's your butter and oil, and it's starting to smoke a little bit. That means turn down the dial. But yeah, so you got your egg there. So like I said, I did do a little bit of butter, and then we're going to turn that over with the metal on metal, okay? So this one is pretty much done too. You're gonna have to kind of break that seal, but there you go. Another non-stick egg pan. All right, we got Hucky coming around, but so once again, guys, both are great. This one takes a little bit of learning and practice and a little bit more butter, or oil, or grease. This one, you really don't need any butter, oil, or grease because that coating is gonna give you that kind of that perfect, what I would say is non-stick, okay? And then there you go. Hopefully,
crack the egg.
Yeah, who cracked the egg? Duke?
Yeah.
All right. So once again, reach out if you have questions, guys. Both are great. Both, in my opinion, should be in every kitchen because when you have the right tool, and once again, you can kind of see there, it is, like I said, it is a non-stick once it's preheated and you throw enough of that, what I would say is that grease down, okay? Once again, 2 non-sticks, one a little bit quicker and easier, and a little bit easier to clean. And one just needs a little bit more butter or oil, guys. Hopefully that was helpful. And let's put those both on a plate for Mama and the kids. And how do you like your eggs? So this is the non-stick, and it truly does slide right off. We're going to turn our heat off. And you're going to see that it is pretty much brand new clean. And then this one does have a little bit more grease to it, right? And that one is also a non-stick too, right? Just got to preheat it, warm it up. And then there you go. You got your 2 eggs. Pretty easy to use. Don't overthink it, guys. A lot of people go, Mike, I'm so scared. All these tips. It's truly easy to use, easy to clean. And then let's bring it over here just to kind of show you side by side. Once again, both are great. This will give you that long-term play. Let's turn our heat off here. Also, standing on a wellness mat makes it great. And then you have a little bit more grease or butter. And then this one, I would not put your metal on there. I would only use your plastic, okay? All right, guys. And then, I mean, you could literally wipe it clean. Obviously, the pan's still hot. Well, there's our bacon grease. You can wipe it clean, doing this one-handed. And there you go. Good to go. Guys, thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. God bless. And there you have it. 2 eggs made on both of the options that we offer from Cutco. Comment, anything, questions, message me. Love you all. Take care.